As you well know, we have two of the three inmates that escaped from the detention center on the 19th, approximately 9:30. Two of the three have been apprehended. On yesterday, approximately 2:00 p.m., Mr. Tyrone Johnson, 27 years old, was on the run for approximately 65 hours. He was apprehended in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Our investigation led investigators to believe that he was in that area. We then contacted the U.S. Marshals Task Force, who located him in the Winston-Salem area and were able to apprehend Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson was at the time driving a black Ford Explorer that was stolen out of the state of Virginia. During his apprehension, when they approached Mr. Johnson, they observed him reaching in the back seat of the vehicle, and they discovered later that he had a .22 caliber rifle in the back seat that he was not able to get to. The incident location where he was apprehended was 101 South Broad Street in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. As you well know, Mr. Curtis Green is still on the run. And here's where you come in again. We ask you to please continue to do what you've been doing, help us to put his face out there. We want him to be the most well-known individual in the country right now, because we need to get him back behind bars. Saying that, I want to say also that anybody that assists in the past or thinking about assisting Mr. Green, we need you to you might as well just bring yourself on in, because after these people are apprehended, the investigation don't stop. We need to know exactly where they went when they left the detention center. And just to give you an example of what I'm saying, Christopher Belton, when he escaped from the detention center, 54 minutes later, we got him stealing a pair of sneakers from a lady's house, 54 minutes after he escaped. So I say that because our investigation goes that deep. Also, just like I said the other day, if you assist them, even though I'm not director over the jail, but if I were the director over the jail, if you assist them, I would personally put you in the same cell that they escaped from when we finish our investigation, because this is how serious. This is not a game. These are murderers that a murderer now that's running loose. Also, today we want to take time just to give you another update on some other individuals that's charged in this incident. Charged in this incident in bond hearing would be 2:30 this afternoon on one Otis Goodwine. Otis Goodwine was one of the main players in setting up or planning this escape. In fact, he's charged with 2 counts of aiding an escape and also assault and battery first, assaulting the officer during the escape. Goodwine attempted afterwards, but could not get out of the detention center because of thinking someone might have questions about the power outage or whatever, and I'll talk a little bit about that, but I'm not going to get in details about that because I don't want to get distracted from what's really going on. Goodwine could not get out of the jail after the other inmates ran away because of a malfunction in the system, something that occurred before the incident, before they escaped. And I have Richard to give you information on these individuals. Another individual that's being charged today is Roosevelt Johnson. He's being charged with 2 counts of aiding and escape. Mr. Johnson did not assault the officer, but he was the one that distracted the officer and also placed some items in the door where the doors couldn't close, so the other inmates that assaulted the officer could leave the control room. So he's being charged also. The next individual, Tyrell Huggins, he's being charged with actual attempted escape. Tyrell made it out of the pod, made it out of the jail, but he couldn't make it out of the fence. And he couldn't make it out and couldn't get back in because of the malfunction of the doors until it was fixed that night. He could not get back in or get out. So we observed him outside the fence for probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours until we could get him back in. So he's being charged also. I'm sure that these would not be the last individuals charged in this incident. So that's why I'm asking everybody that have any information on Mr. Green to call and come to us before we come to you.